Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other members from the public wishing to be heard?
Good evening. My name is Frank Piscano. I'm at 54 Mountain Avenue, Cedar Knolls, New Jersey. I've been there for since 1985, so I guess I'm one of the oldest residents here that has spoken. Mr. Mayor, you said that the budget is broken in your opening comments, and that I'm hearing dollars amounts of $45 million that we have to, I guess, recoup because of lost taxes. But like the other gentlemen and people that have spoken, I haven't heard a word on where that money is going to come from. I hear a plan that you're going to move a department from here, it seems like, to over here, but there's not any savings that you guys have come up with. You know, if you could tell us that by doing what you want to do, we're going to reduce X amount of dollars, we're going to reduce X amount of employees, or we're going to reduce X amount of overtime, then I think the public would understand what you're trying to say. But it just seems to me that you're making a shift from one management department to another management department. And another thing that I want to bring out is there is some things in this township that are broke, okay? And I want to go back to one of the things that is broke in this township are the roads, okay? And I've had numerous meetings with the mayor and the Mr. Giorgio, and it just seems like we're hearing that there's no money, there's no money, there's no money. But the roads haven't been repaired. At least I know my road hasn't been paved in over 30 years. Okay, and there's potholes all over the place. So if you can tell me how this shifting is going to get my road in better condition, I would appreciate that, number one. And number two is I see a lot of millions of dollars being spent in this township unnecessarily, okay? Namely, and I spoke to the mayor about it, that sign that costs over $100,000, the clock that costs over $25,000, and all this beautiful stuff that, you know, it looks beautiful, but there are towns that are a lot bigger than this town that don't have anything like this. You know, and it just seems like you folks are living in a bubble, okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your comments.
You'll be happy to know that because we paid off the bond on the municipal building last year, I guess it's not private because it was talked in public.
Well, we should reserve the budget comments to the budget hearing in respect to this was advertised as a meeting and a public hearing on Parks, Recreation, and DPW. To digress into a budget hearing now, we would be in violation of our public advertisements and our public notices as they went out. So I would invite the gentleman to come to the public hearing on the budget, and then we can exhaust the expenses and the revenues as well as we have here tonight this issue. But I will, hearing the public very loudly and very clearly, we will have a financial benefit analysis available that we will get out. And I will ask Mr. Giorgio, would that be possible to publish on our website and get that information to the public as quickly as possible?
Well, once we're ready for introduction, we're not ready yet.
Okay.
I had mentioned this before. That's why I thought when he came up that I would just mention it again, that $800,000 is being allocated towards roads so far in the budget. Your road, I think, was on that list.
I think it's been on that list for 10 years.
Well, we didn't have the money every year, but this year there seems to be some money in the budget.
Let's not open those doors, okay, Ms. Irati, because then we're going to have another issue. Thank you, Mrs. Momchenko. Anybody else from the public wishing to be heard, please? Seeing none, hearing none? Mr. Carlack?
Yes, Miroslav Karlak, 17 Parsippany Road. I've been here since I came over on the boat. But just a couple of things I just want to say, maybe not important, maybe is Mr. Fermasa, we met together in a private meeting. Now, we talked about our sidewalks with the Parks Recreation. You mentioned 10 to 12 miles. It's 22 miles, okay? So, and we've always worked hand in hand with the road department. And anything we did, we asked for their help. They helped us somewhat, but we've helped them all the time. We've done garbage, we've done recycling, we've done leaf pickup, and which we do our own leaf pickup in the town. You know, we put it to the curb, we'll put it to the side from the parks, and they come by. If not, we have a guy that has a CDL. He picks up the truck and comes and gets it for us. So when you're talking about what we do, we work hand in hand with these guys. And, you know, whether what decision you guys make, we have to live with it because we've been here. But our recreation department should stay as a recreation department. And that's my feeling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the public? Mr. Solero? Mr. Halliday?
Michael Halliday, 61 Addie Lane. Been involved with Little League. My children have played, soccer, baseball, basketball, football in town. With the community, we've had our festivals in town, and the recreation has always been tremendous. They've cooperated. We've had picnics over at Blackbrook. These people help to set it up. Saves a lot of money. Safety is always an issue with them. With Little, there's ever any rain or anything, they're always there to help us out. Was here when Phil Gottfried, Rich Bannon, now with Lenny, they've always done a great job. Certified Matt and Michelle and Mary, they do a tremendous job here at the rec department. I understand what you're up against. With the word change, okay, drives people crazy sometimes, okay? Everybody gets defensive. Everybody worries about their job, their neighbor's job, their friend's job, okay? And that's something that I know that the two of you are taking into consideration, okay? And I know the whole township committee will make the right decisions. We have to make some tough decisions sometimes in a township. I just want to commend you for looking at this. I know you're not going to rush into anything, but just wanted to come here tonight and thank you for the job that you're doing. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Halliday. Mr. Solero? No. Mr. Herbert?
Jim Herbert, 62 Troy Hills Road. I'm wondering if somebody from the new service division could take care of that light bulb behind you, actually. Emotions have run high here tonight, understandably. I want to commend Mr. Schleifer and Mr. Faramasca for the revisions that they've made, and I think it shows some foresight that they are taking this very seriously. I think also, by what you've heard here tonight, we need to slow down this a little more, do a little more study and research on it, and make sure when we do this, we're doing it the right way, and we're only doing it one time. I've been the victim of 3 re-engineerings in the past 4 years, so I know that feeling. And being in the management part where I'm the good guy that gets to tell everybody, well, your job's not changing, the title is in your territory, and 3 months later you're saying, guess what, you don't have a job anymore. We don't know what the future holds once we do something. We know what we have right now. I would just hope that you slow down the process a little, get a little more feedback. Maybe we don't need a professional person to come in and evaluate it, but maybe you can get a little more input from the division heads or the department heads now as to what their normal workloads are with the people that they have, when their surge times are, what their lack of manpower is then. If those surge times don't overlap, then it would seem that it would make a lot of sense to make sure that the borrowed manpower can be moved back and forth when those surges do come in.